Welcome, incoming ninth grade ponies and parents. In this presentation, we are going to take a little overview at the science pathways that we offer here at Stillwater Area High School. We're hoping that we can try to inform you and introduce you what some of your course options are and what's going to be the right fit for you, as well as try to give a little description of what we cover in ninth grade science and what some of the curriculum includes. This first slide that we're looking at kind of maps out the science curriculum pathway all the way through from sixth grade on through 12th grade and beyond. And hopefully it kind of gives you a general overview of kind of the steps involved in progressing through your science career. If we take a little closer look at that, the vast majority of you are really going to be focused on that top line. The top line is for students taking earth science currently in eighth grade. And as you'll see, the next step in the flow chart is going to be to take physical science or STEM physical science next year. Beyond that, then we start getting into taking biology and physics and chemistry. And additionally, below that, you see a whole long list of some great elective opportunities that Stillwater Area High School has to offer. We're going to focus primarily, of course, on ninth grade, but I do hope that you take time to look through some of those options and see what on that list might be a good fit for you as you consider the pathways in your future. The bottom bracket below you see is mapped out for people that are involved in what we would call the accelerated science pathway. For you folks, what that includes are students that currently in eighth grade are taking the STEM physical science course. And you'll notice for those people, the next step would be to take chemistry. So if you're taking STEM physical science this year, chemistry is going to be the next progression next year. Whereas for most of you, again, physical science or STEM physical science is where you're going to land in next year. Now, again, I do want to one last time encourage you, look through those options though as well, just so in the future, at least in the back of your heads, you can be considering the rich set of electives that are out there, whether they be AP courses or agriculture courses, astronomy, environmental studies. There's a great list of options there available that our school has to offer. Now, as I mentioned, primarily most of you are looking at taking physical science or possibly STEM physical science next year. And you might be asking yourself, well, what's the difference? Where do I fit? Let me try to explain that for you for a second. First of all, the difference primarily has to do with the speed that we go through a lot of the curriculum. We cover the basic same concepts. We just go faster in the STEM program. Allows us to go a little further and in some greater depth on some of the topics that we have. We also traditionally offer a robotics portion in the STEM program, which is a great way of really focusing on the engineering aspect of STEM and try to include that and gives students a great chance of exploring that in that realm. Now, is it right for you? Well, what we ask of people is that they be an Algebra 2 or higher for their math course in ninth grade to participate in the STEM program. And the reason for that is in terms of being able to go through some of the math concepts faster, that allows us to get to some of the things that we push for in the STEM program. Now, what is ninth grade science all about in general? Like I said, both classes really cover the same curriculum, but it's about physical science. And you may not be familiar with what physical science is, but physical science essentially covers two main disciplines, physics and chemistry. And in physics, we're going to be studying forces and motion and Newton's laws and electricity and magnetism. And in chemistry, we get introduced to the atom and the structure of the atom and atomic theory and history, the periodic table and chemical bonds and chemical reactions. Additionally, we really focus on laboratory skills in the ninth grade program. It's a great year to get exposed to some things that they probably haven't seen previously in their science careers. lab techniques and lab equipment and different types of measurement that we do. They get exposed to some real chemicals and a real chance to play with Bunsen burners, which is always exciting. And the next step, then, of course, is not to just do the labs, but hopefully glean some meaning from them. And we hope to learn how to analyze and draw conclusions when we go through the activities. So, in summary, uh, those of you taking Earth Science right now, the next step would be to register for ninth grade physical science. If you happen to be one of those students that are taking advanced algebra or higher in ninth grade, we hope that you consider maybe looking at the STEM program, the STEM physical science course. Or if you're taking the STEM physical science course currently in eighth grade, chemistry is going to be your next step. That's all we have for you right now. I hope we helped answer some of your questions, and know that we look forward to you all joining us next fall. Go Ponies!